machinery, cash is going out, credit. Sold goods, cash. Yeah. So sold goods, cash is coming in, debit. Cash is coming in, debit. Personal account, receiver, debit the receiver, credit the giver. Debit the receiver, credit the giver, credit. This is receiver, debit. In, debit. Out, credit. Out, credit. Out, credit. Receiver, debit the receiver. Out, debit what comes in, credit what goes out. Right? Debit the receiver, credit the giver. Credit. In, debit. Receiver, debit the receiver. Out, credit. Giver, debit the receiver, credit the giver. Credit. Giver, credit. Out, credit. Receiver, debit the receiver. Out, credit. Giver, debit the receiver, credit the giver. In, debit. In, debit. Debit the receiver, credit the giver. Credit. Receiver, debit. Receiver, debit. Giver. Right? Debit the receiver, credit the giver. Out, credit. Receiver, debit. In, debit. Out, credit. In, debit. Out, credit. Out, credit. Out, credit. Out, credit. Out, credit. Now, coming to this side, actually should not do it this way, but just to make it quick, I have done it this way. You should actually do it one by one. Okay. In, debit. Revenue, credit. Expenditure, debit. Giver, credit the giver. Expenditure, debit. Credit the giver. Expenditure, debit. Revenue. Right? Revenue, credit. Giver, debit the receiver, credit the giver. In, debit. Receiver, debit. Expenditure, debit. Giver, credit. Receiver, debit. Expenditure, debit. Expenditure, debit. Revenue, credit. Credit. Expenditure, debit. Expenditure, debit. Expenditure, debit. Expenditure, debit. Revenue, credit. Expenditure, debit. Receiver, debit the receiver, credit the giver. Right? Debit. Revenue, credit. Yeah. So then now revenue, credit. Expenditure, debit. Revenue, credit. Revenue, credit. Expenditure, debit. Debit the receiver, debit what comes in, credit what goes out. Debit. Revenue, credit. Revenue, credit. Expenditure, debit. Giver, debit the receiver, credit the giver. Credit. Expenditure, debit. Receiver, debit. Expenditure, debit. Expenditure, debit. Expenditure, debit. Now you check your answers, please. If you want to check your answers, or as I was doing, most of you would have realized where you have made a mistake. If at all you have made a mistake, if you have not made a mistake, I am happy. Is this clear? Any questions at this juncture? So if you have done this 4 steps, first step is to identify the 2 accounts involved in the transaction. Second step is to identify the group to which the account belongs. This is a real account. This is a personal account. This is a nominal account. This is a real account. That is the second step. Then third step is to identify the action of the account, whether it is coming in, going out, in case of real accounts. In case of personal accounts, giver, receiver. And in case of nominal accounts, revenue, expenditure. That is the third step. Then fourth step is to decide whether to debit the account or credit the account, following these 3 rules. In case of real account, the rule is debit what comes in, credit what goes out. In case of personal account, the rule is debit the receiver, credit the giver. In case of nominal accounts, the rule is debit all expenses, credit all revenues. That's all. These 4 steps, if you are comfortable, you know the first step in the accounting process called journalizing. Now I will formally introduce the journal, and I'll give you one more exercise wherein you'll have to now for each transaction you have to repeat these 4 steps and formally put it in the form of a journal. Are you okay, students? Any questions at this juncture, please?
It is updated.
No questions? So classroom team activity.
No, sir.
Record the following transactions in journal, post them into respective ledgers, and prepare a trial balance. So this will take quite some time. It's not going to be completed today. It will take 1 or 2 weeks because posting them into journal is the first step. Posting them into respective ledgers is the second step. Preparation of trial balance is the third step. Now, if you look into this, the journal format is something which looks like this. The journal format is something which looks like this, and probably you can have I can guide you with the earlier what we did. This is optional. If you are not able to see, now the transactions are available here. Now, if you want to do this process, you can do. Now, the same thing, data. The started business issuing equity shares. That first transaction is available here for you to see. Now, what you can do, you can say, what are the 2 accounts? The 2 accounts are the cash account,
Equity share account.
equity account. Let us call it equity account. Now, right? So, what are the cash account, real account? Equity account, personal account. What is the action part? It is coming in. And equity is giver. Now we can actually have the rules here. The rules, if you want, I can give you that also. A groups. I think now we should be working. Yeah. This is perfectly fine now. So now what you can do, yeah, if you want this to be displayed, the rule also gets displayed. Remember, the rule is linked to your ability to identify the account. If you wrongly, instead of real account, if you name this as personal account, the rule that will be displayed here is that of personal account. So I have no responsibility. It all depends on what rule you are applying, what classification. If the classification of the account goes wrong, then automatically the rule also will display will be different. Now real account. Yeah, debit what comes in, credit what goes out. So here debit the receiver, credit the giver. So now what we do? This is debit. This is credit. Remember, all this is your rough work. All this is your rough work. But recording this transaction in the journal actually looks like this. Here you should do. Now what I have decided, debit the cash account, credit the equity account. So how it has to be written here, come here, write this as one. Here if you want to see, you can put the number of the transaction and see the actual transaction. Now, so what we write here is cash account debtor amount 5 lakhs. One here. 2 equity account 5 lakhs. This is how you should write. Now we say you have completed the journalizing the transaction. So what you have done here is completely your rough work. This we don't require. Journalizing means this. If you are able to write it this way in the very first instance, it is well and good. Otherwise, you get it by practice. That means the moment you see the transaction, you should be able to write this. For example, let me write second one, second transaction. Purchased machinery 2 lakhs. So immediately the second transaction, right? Purchased machinery 2 lakhs. So machinery account debtor 2 lakhs to cash 2 lakhs. This is what is expected of you. But to arrive this, if you go this route, it is okay. Even without this, if you are able to write this, this is okay. Remember, you may not get it in the first time. Let me see the third transaction also. Then I'll also show purchased goods from Charan. The moment you see this, if you have seasoned it, purchases account that are 15,000 to Charan. See how I have written this without actually doing all that. This is because of the practice. So right now you need not worry. Let us check what we have written. What is written by me is correct for the second transaction. Now go to the second transaction. These things I am just keeping it aside because we will be using them later. Yeah. Now let us the second transaction. Purchase machinery. What are the two accounts? Machinery account and cash account. Now machinery account is a real account. Cash account is also a real account. Then when I am purchasing machinery, machinery is coming in or going out? Coming in. Whereas cash account is going
Out.
out. Let me see the rules. Now what the rule says, when a real account it is coming in, debit what comes in. So this has to be debited. And for a real account, debit what comes in, credit what goes out. This has to be credited. So now I know machinery account has to be debited, cash account has to be credited. That's exactly what I have written. Machinery account debtor means machinery account is debited to cash. Cash account is credited. Don't ask me why can't you write machinery account debtor, cash account creditor. These are accounting some traditions. Please follow this for time being. Then you would understand. So debiting, when you are debiting an account, you write this way: machinery account debtor. Crediting an account means to cash. You can actually write cash account. That's better. 2 lakhs, 2 lakhs. Then purchases account to Charan. Purchases account to Charan account. Now, that transaction. What are the two accounts? Purchased goods from Charan. So one is purchases. And other is Charan account because cash is not involved. Now, purchases account is nominal. Charan is personal. And purchases nominal. Purchases is expense or revenue?
Expense.
Expense. Then Charan. Charan is giving a benefit here to us or taking a benefit from us. We are taking goods from Charan, but he is not receiving any money. He is giving that benefit to us. So Charan is a giver here. Now look at the rules. Nominal. All expenses have to be debited. And whenever there is a giver, he needs to be credited. Debit the receiver, credit the giver. So what is happening? Purchases has to be debited. Charan account has to be credited. That's what we conclude. Now we write it here. Purchases account debtor means we are debiting the purchases account to Charan account. Means we are crediting the Charan account. Is this clear now?
Yes, sir.
Shall I do one more? Let
Yes.
me do one more transaction, then I'll leave it to you. 4. Sold goods to Devanand. So I write it, then we'll explain it. So Devanand, I'm just writing it just to give confidence to you. You will also be able to write like this. Just by looking at Devanand account debtor 65,000 to sales 65,000. Let's say this is the entry. Now let us check it with our normal routine. Sold goods to Devanand. So the two accounts involved are sales account and Devanand account because cash is not involved. Devanand account. A sales account is a nominal account, whereas Devanand is a personal account. And sales account is nominal and it is revenue. Devanand is personal. Now, Devanand is taking a benefit from us or giving a benefit to us. He is taking goods, but he is not giving money right now. So it is like he is taking a benefit.
Yes, sir.
He is
Yes.
receiver. Now, let us go to the rule. For nominal accounts, the rule is debit all expenses and credit all revenues. So, because it is a revenue, it has to be credited. And receiver, debit the receiver, credit the giver. So, because Devanand is the receiver, he needs to be debited. That's what we did. Devanand account debtor to sales, 65, 65. Now, always you should write the debited account first. That is another rule in the journal. Always write the debit account and write DR. And the remaining account is credit account. Now, if to give an analogy, if I ask you what is 2 plus 3, you will immediately say 2 plus 3 is equal to 5. But if the same question is asked to an LKG kid, what he will do? He will say 3 in the mind, take 2 fingers, 3 after, 4, 5. Then he will say 2 plus 3 is equal to 5. What you are doing here is this. Keeping 3 in the mind, take 2 fingers, then 3 after, 4, 5. This work which you are doing, which I call the rough work or whatever preparatory work, you will be able to avoid this and you will be able to straight away write these entries once you practice these exercises. So without practice, please remember, you will not be able to do this. Only thing is, you should not have any doubt just by looking at the transaction how to identify the two accounts. For this, we had enough of practice. Then once you have identified the two accounts, to identify whether they are personal accounts, nominal accounts, or real accounts. Once you have identified there as personal, nominal, real, then look at the action part. Whether if it is a real account coming in, going out, personal account giving the money or giving the benefit, or receiving the money or receiving the benefit. Then if it is a nominal account, whether it is an expense or revenue. So depending on that, you have the rules. There are 3 golden rules. For real account, there is one rule. The moment you write nominal here, that rule will come here. Otherwise, the rules are given here. You can actually have a look at them. Debit the receiver, credit the giver. Debit what comes in, credit what goes out. Debit all expenses, credit all revenues. So these rules you will have to by heart and keep in mind. And based on that, you would decide which account you are debiting and which account you are crediting. So here, there is no need of any order. You can, credit account can come this side, debit account can come this side. But while you write the same thing in the journal, you should first start with the account which you are debiting. So Devanand account is getting debited. So Devanand account debtor 65,000. Sales account is getting credited to sales account, to sales account. To sales account 63,000. Any questions, any doubts, please? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.